in that little rejoin there, you heard Dirk say it would have about winning it in Dallas. It wouldn't have felt right winning it anywhere else. I mean, you just don't know anymore. I mean, you know, is he throwing shots out there? Is he not throwing shots out there? You know, this was a guy that certainly could have had his options in other places and decided to stay in Dallas.
I'll say this. Knowing Dirk, I don't think it was a shot. I really don't. He is a guy that just speaks his mind. And he said that before. You know, when he could have been a free agent, he said, look, you know, this is where I've been, you know, my whole career. They've stuck by me. This is all I know. It wouldn't feel right to win it somewhere else. And you love that. I mean, that's what everybody, for the most part, would have loved to have seen LeBron James do. And Dirk Nowitzki did. That doesn't mean LeBron was wrong for leaving. He was certainly free to do what he wanted to do. But, you know, when you do it the way Dirk did, you take the risk that you may never get that ring. But when you get it, it's that much sweeter.
All right, let's go back down to Miami, and we're joined now by ESPN NBA analyst John Barry, who joins us on the Subway Fresh Take hotline. And John, great job picking this series. You picked Dallas in 6. You were right on the button. So give us the biggest reason Dallas won and the biggest reason Miami lost.
Wow, I don't know where to begin with Dallas. It was such a team effort. I mean, that's number one. I mean, so many guys contributed to this. Start with their head coach, Rick Carlisle. He pushed all the right buttons. Moving J.J. Barea into the lineup after Game 3. J.J. was struggling big time. He was 5 for 23 in the first 3 games. At 13 total points. He had 40 total points in the last 3 games. Jason Terry, who kind of called out LeBron James, said, I don't think he can guard me for 7 games. After that moment, he was terrific. He was better than LeBron James in those games. Obviously, Dirk Nowitzki, the playoff run he had, he was sensational last night. Not his best game by any stretch, but 5 huge baskets in the fourth quarter to lock this thing up. He just knew he wasn't going to let this thing get away like it did in 2006. Just little, you know, the little guys. Brian Cardinal with big minutes. Ian Mahinmi with big minutes. Deshaun Stevenson. Everybody contributed to the win. It was a total team effort.
John, do you attribute LeBron James' struggles, excuse me, to nerves? And if so, how does the Miami Heat fix that?
You know, I can't pinpoint it to anything else but the moment, yes, because this guy was off the charts against the Boston Celtics this year, the Chicago Bulls this year. We saw this movie before last year when he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers against Boston. As a matter of fact, I think he had 21 points in the first quarter of a game last year against Boston.
Game 3.
38 points, I believe, in the game, and then disappeared for 2 games. So, yeah, I can't pinpoint anything else, you know, physically that he was unable to do. I'll give the Mavericks credit defensively. They were good, but there was something missing, something lacking. It was passion, focus. He was demonstrative early in the series. He was pumped up, and that seemed to go away. Confidence was shaken, I guess, but only LeBron James knows, and it clearly wasn't the same guy I saw throughout this year's playoffs.
And you wonder if it was frustration after the game when he had this to say.
All the people that was rooting on me to fail, you know, at the end of the day, they got to wake up tomorrow and have the same life that they had before they woke up today. You know, they got the same personal problems that they had today.
Is that something, John, that, listen, he shouldn't have said it at all, but is that frustration? Are people being too hard on him that are crushing him? Where do you fall on that?
I don't know what that means. I just, you know, I just think he needs to really step back and think about what he's saying before he does things. He brings a lot of this on himself. I mean, obviously, the decision that was made turned so many people off, which, right or wrong, it doesn't matter. That's what it did. But just, you know, take a step back. You know, don't tweet at 2:30 in the morning. You know, don't say we're going to win 5, 6, 7, 8 championships. You know, last night, say, look, I'm disappointed we lost. I wish I played better. Congratulations to the Mavericks. I'm going to get my butt in the gym. I'm going to work at it and fix it. I should have been better in this series. I apologize. I'm going to be ready to go next year to win it. Simple as that.
John, trading one of the big 3 seems kind of ridiculous, I guess. But when you look at who may be available, Chris Paul or Dwight Howard, Would you look into doing that, trading a player, one or two of those big three, to get one of those two guys?
Well, depending on the collective bargaining agreement, it might be something that has to be done. I heard some talk about Chris Broussard to the Houston Rockets for some players, Louis Scola being one of those, and I think that would be a terrific move. But yeah, I think that'd be a panic move. I didn't think this team was going to win right away. I thought it was going to take time to put the pieces around these guys. They got farther than I thought they would. I didn't think they'd get out of the Eastern Conference. So I don't consider this to be a poor season or championship or bust. It was in their minds, but it wasn't for me. They did a lot of good things. I thought Chris Broussard improved a lot, found out how to play with these two guys. LeBron and Dwayne showed great moments together. It's going to take time, but I wouldn't blow it up yet. I mean, this is the vision you had in mind. You were a couple games away from winning the NBA title. There's no need to overreact.
John, we appreciate your time throughout the playoffs, man. Enjoy the offseason. Thanks.
You got it. I want your tickets. Go look at the ESPYs.
Okay. Yes, we will talk about that. That's right. That's John Barry. Join us on the Subway Fresh Take Hotline. Power up. You can win big at Subway. Play the Grab the Green sweepstakes today. Subway, where winners eat. I want to play this for you really quick. After the game, the word choke was brought up to Dwayne Wade.
The word choked is overused in sports, period. We lost ball games. We lost the finals. We ran into a team that at this time obviously was better than us. So we give them credit, and we take nothing away from that.
Did they choke?
Choke is a strong word, but they seem to have control of this series early on, and I don't know if they relaxed. I don't know if they got complacent. I don't know if they got overconfident or cocky, but Dallas just kind of took control toward the end of the series. And let's face it, a lot of people said he could have won this in 4. Should have maybe won it in 5. But they made errors at the wrong times, and it cost them.
Yeah, they seemed so inconsistent with that, didn't they?
Yeah.
And you're right. It seemed like when things went well, they got complacent, and they just kind of backed off, and you saw LeBron end up doing more walking around than anything else. That was a bit surprising. That surprised me most about a whole lot of things. And now people are taking their shots fairly or unfairly at LeBron James. We'll get to more of your responses to that. He's saying that what he said in the press conference, tweeting after the game that the big man upstairs said it's not his time. He's taking a lot of heat for that as well. So your reaction to LeBron James, and can the Dallas Mavericks repeat? Chris Broussard in for Green. It's Mike and Mike in the Morning on ESPN Radio.